Hi there guys, I'm Nikhil from GreedyTech, and in this video I'm going to talk about the best phones that you can buy under 15,000 rupees or roughly around 17,000 rupees, so that after discounts you can get it at roughly around 15,000 rupees. Now the first phone that I would suggest you is the Poco X5 5G. Now this is the best phone that you can get under 15,000 rupees. It starts off at 15,000 rupees, that's without discount, so with discount you can get it for much cheaper. It comes with 6GB of RAM and 128GB of storage. Now these are the complete specifications of the phone. It comes with a Snapdragon 695 5G processor. It's an old processor, but it's still pretty good. It has a 5000 mAh battery, 33 watt fast charging. It comes with Android 12 right out of the box with 2 years of OS updates and 3 years of security updates. Now the main highlight for this phone would be its display. This phone comes with a 6.67 inch Super AMOLED display with a peak brightness of 1200 nits and with a punch hole design. Like most of the phones in this price segment usually come with a notch, but this phone comes with a modern looking punch hole design and it's a Super AMOLED display. So whether you're watching movies or just browsing, colors will look great, sunlight legibility is good, and most importantly it's also power efficient. Besides that, it also has pretty impressive cameras. It is a triple camera setup with a 48 megapixel primary camera, 8 megapixel wide angle camera and a 2 megapixel macro camera. For selfies, you get a 13 megapixel camera. And it also comes with IP53 water and dust resistance, and you also get an infrared blaster. Now this phone is great for normal users and especially for gamers, because even though Snapdragon 695 is a slightly older processor, it comes with better GPU than other phones in this price segment. So for normal users you can definitely go with the Poco X5, and if you're a gamer then I would definitely recommend you to get it. Besides that, MIUI is also a very refined operating system. It has tons of features and the overall user interface also looks pretty good. Now for some honorable mentions, yes, I have to do it. So we have phones like iQOO Z6 and the Moto G62. Both phones come with the same Snapdragon 695 processor, but they are 1 year old. So the problem is you will get 1 year less of OS updates and 1 year less of security updates. So that's why I'm not recommending them to you. But if you're getting the iQOO Z6 or Moto G62 at a bargain, at a huge discount, then you can also consider these two phones. Now with that said, the next phone in the list is the Moto G54 5G. It's a brand new launch phone from Moto. It looks pretty cool and it starts at 16,000 rupees for 8GB of RAM and 128GB of storage. So after discounts you can get it for around 15,000 rupees. Now these are the specifications. It comes with the Dimensity 7020 processor, which is pretty good, a 6000 mAh battery, supports 33 watt turbo power charging. It comes with Android 13 right out of the box, and will also get Android 14 update along with 3 years of security updates. It has a 6.5 inch IPS display with a punch hole design, a 50 megapixel primary camera, 8 megapixel ultra wide angle camera, and a 16 megapixel camera for selfies. Now unlike the Poco X5, this phone also comes with dual stereo speakers. So if you're someone who watches a lot of videos directly on the phone through the speakers, then this phone will be a notch better than the Poco X5. With that said, Moto G54 still has an IPS display, so in terms of looks, the display visuals, Poco is once again better. And finally, Moto G54 also comes with IP52 water and dust resistance. Now, as I've said, this one is also pretty good. It offers great performance. In fact, in terms of CPU performance, it is better than the Snapdragon 695 seen on the Poco X5, but it performs slightly lower than Snapdragon 695 in terms of GPU performance. So I would recommend this phone for normal people, not for gamers. And if you want pure stock Android experience, then you can go with the Moto G54 5G. It's a very good phone and definitely one of the best choices in this segment. And I personally like the dual stereo speakers offered by this phone. Now the third phone on the list is the Samsung Galaxy M14 5G. Now this is the only Samsung phone in this list, and this is the only Samsung phone I would recommend you to buy under 15,000 rupees. It comes in two variants. Base variant is priced at 14,500 rupees for 4GB RAM, 128GB storage. In terms of performance, it comes with the Samsung's Exynos 1330 processor, which is a pretty good processor, a 6000 mAh battery. By the way, there is no power adapter inside the box, so you have to buy the charger separately. And this phone supports up to 25 watts of fast charging, which is pretty good. And the best thing about the Samsung phones are their OS updates. This phone will be running Android 13 right out of the box, and it will receive 2 years of OS updates and 3 years of security updates, which is pretty good. Besides that, it also has a pretty good display with a notch and decent cameras as well. Now I would recommend this phone only for people who want to buy a Samsung phone. That's it. Like normally I would recommend it, but if you want a Samsung phone under 15,000 rupees, you can get the Samsung Galaxy M14 5G without any doubts. There's also A14, A13, M15 and all those phones which may be slightly cheaper, but forget about everything else. Just get Samsung M14 5G if you're looking for a phone under 15,000 rupees. I mean, if you're looking for a Samsung phone under 15,000 rupees. Now that's the end of the list. Well, there are actually a lot of phones in this segment, like under 15,000 rupees, which are worth mentioning, but I think these three are the best choices. Like, these are the best. Now for some other honorable mentions, we have Tecno Pova 5 Pro. These are the specifications. This phone also starts at 15,000 rupees. It comes with Dimensity 6080 5G processor. It has 68 watts of fast charging, 5000 mAh battery, and it also has a pretty good display, pretty good cameras, and this phone also comes with dual stereo speakers. But why am I not recommending this phone? Well, obviously because the user interface of Tecno phone isn't up to the par with Xiaomi's or Samsung, not even with Moto. And the next thing is, I'm not that confident about this brand. Like, I use Tecno phones, but I didn't use this specific Tecno phone, and I'm also a bit concerned about the OS updates and stuff. Next, we also have Infinix Zero 5G 2023 edition, which comes with a MediaTek 920 processor, which is actually a flagship kind of processor. So anyway, this is a fabulous phone. It offers great performance. It's great for gamers, but once again, I'm not that confident with the Infinix brand. So if you're a student, you play games like PUBG, Call of Duty, and you want the best performance, then you can consider it. But for normal office employee or for regular people, I'll not recommend Infinix or the Tecno brand. So that's why I'm not recommending you Infinix Zero 5G or the Infinix Zero 30 or even the Tecno Pova 5 Pro. So that's the reason. Next, we also have phones like Realme 11X and the Realme Narzo 60X, which are under 15,000 rupees and offers great performance, but they're not as good as the Poco, Moto, or the Samsung phones that I mentioned earlier. And finally, we have older phones like the Redmi Note 12 and the iQOO Z6 Lite. These two phones were great phones when they were launched, but now in 2023 September, they're pretty outdated. So I will not recommend you those phones either. Once again, if you're getting a huge discount, maybe you can buy these recommended phones around 11,000, 12,000 rupees, then you can definitely consider. But around 15,000 rupees, we just have those three options. That's Poco X5, Moto G54, and the Samsung Galaxy M14. So guys, there you have it. These are the best phones that you can buy under 15,000 rupees. And these are the phones that I would definitely recommend. So guys, that's it for this video. Thanks for watching till the end. It means a lot to us. See you next time.